Have you ever felt like money just slips through your fingers? That no matter how hard you work, the balance in your account never seems to be enough? Maybe you look at your salary and think, if I earned more, my problems would be solved. But the truth is, the problem isn't the amount you earn, it's the way you think about money. Many people believe that the solution to a lack of money is earning more. But have you noticed that there are people who earn fortunes and remain in debt, while others, with modest salaries, manage to build wealth over their lives? The difference lies in the mindset. The rich see money as a tool, not an end. They don't view their salary as the only source of income, but rather as a means to invest, multiply, and create new opportunities. On the other hand, those who are always broke tend to see their salary as a leaky bucket. It comes in from one side and goes out the other with nothing left over. Now, think carefully. How much of your money is truly working for you? If everything you earn already has a set destination before it even hits your account, it's time to change your mindset. The first step to breaking out of this cycle of scarcity is to replace thoughts like, I'll never be able to save money. Investing is for people who already have a lot. Money is made to be spent. With thoughts that will open doors, my salary can be a springboard for my financial freedom. Every penny I save and invest is working for me. The money that enters my account needs to be directed intelligently. Money is not your enemy. It is a powerful tool, but it only works if you know how to use it to your advantage. So stop thinking only about surviving with what you earn, and start thinking about how to multiply what you have. This is the first step toward a transformed financial life. Have you ever had that feeling that money disappears without explanation? Your salary hits your account, you pay some bills, buy what you need, and suddenly realize there's nothing left. And worse, sometimes you don't even know exactly where all the money went. This is one of the biggest financial mistakes. It doesn't matter how much you earn, but how much you can keep and how you use that money. Many people think they need a higher salary to start organizing their finances, but the truth is, if you can't manage what you already have, earning more will only increase your spending. Think of a bucket full of holes. It doesn't help to pour more water into it if you don't seal the holes first. The same applies to your money. If you don't control what comes in and goes out, you'll never have a solid foundation for financial growth. The first step is to track every penny you spend. Get a piece of paper, an app, or a spreadsheet and write everything down. Fixed bills, grocery shopping, small daily expenses. Often, it's these small expenses that drain your money without you realizing it. Next, divide your spending into essentials and non-essentials. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or is it just an impulse purchase? You may be surprised at how much you spend on things that aren't truly necessary. And to ensure there's always money left at the end of the month, use the golden rule. Set aside 10% of your salary for emergencies, because unexpected things happen. Set aside 10% for investments, so your money starts working for you. Set aside 10% for education, because financial knowledge is the key to growth. The secret is not just to cut costs, but to give your money an intelligent destination. If you can do this, you'll start to feel more in control of your finances and see that, even without earning more, you can build a much safer financial future. Imagine two people who earn exactly the same salary. The first one spends everything on rent, bills, clothes, a new car, and some dinners on the weekends. The second person uses part of the money to buy something that puts more money in their pocket. A small investment, a side business, or even a course that could increase their income in the future. After a few years, the first person is still in the same place, always depending on the next paycheck. The second person, however, has created new income streams and now has money coming in without needing to work more hours. The difference The first person accumulated liabilities, while the second invested in assets. The wealthy follow a simple principle. They buy things that put money in their pockets, not take it out. They know that an expensive car, for example, is not an investment, but rather a liability that requires maintenance, fuel, insurance, and taxes. On the other hand, a rental property, a well-made investment, or a profitable business can generate extra income every month. Every dollar you earn needs to have a purpose. It should work for you. This means that before spending your money, you need to ask yourself, will this purchase help me make more in the future, or will it just add another expense? Start small. You don't need thousands of dollars to invest. It could be a course, to learn something that generates extra income, a financial investment that grows over time, or even a small digital business. The important thing is to shift the focus. Instead of just spending, start building something that generates returns. If you continue spending all your money on things that only take money away, you'll never have financial freedom. But if you start putting part of it into assets that generate more money, you'll be creating a future where working will be an option, not an obligation. Have you ever stopped to think about the risk of relying on just one salary? Most people work month after month, counting on that paycheck to pay bills, buy food, and maintain a minimum level of comfort. But what if suddenly that paycheck doesn't come? Many people believe that stability lies in having a permanent job. But the truth is, the greatest security comes from having more than one source of income. Think of a table with only one leg. Any imbalance can knock it over. Now, imagine a table with several legs. Even if one breaks, it still stands. The same applies to your financial life. The wealthy understand this very well. They know that relying on a single salary is a huge risk, so they are always looking for ways to diversify their income. While most people work just to pay bills, the financially savvy are always creating new ways to make money. But how do you do this if you already work all day and barely have time? The truth is that small actions can make a big difference over time. Here are some ways to create extra income streams without needing to quit your main job. Smart investments. Even with little money, you can start investing in something that will generate returns in the future, such as stocks, real estate, funds, or even small businesses. The money you invest today can grow and turn into extra income in the future. Side businesses. Do you have a skill that can be monetized? Can you cook, fix something, create art, teach, or sell a product? Today, with the internet, there are countless ways to turn a hobby into money, passive income. This is the big secret of millionaires, creating something that keeps generating money even when you're not actively working. It could be an ebook, an online course, a YouTube channel, a rental property, or any other source that continues to generate income without relying on your time. Now, think about your own salary. Are you just surviving on it, or are you using part of that money to plant seeds that will generate more money in the future? Many people think they need to earn a lot to invest or start a business, but what really matters isn't how much you earn, but what you do with what you earn. The key to financial freedom is not working harder and harder, but making your money work for you. Those who understand this early can build a future where they no longer have to worry about bills at the end of the month. The choice is in your. And have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a natural talent for making money, while others spend their whole lives struggling to pay bills? The truth is, it has nothing to do with luck. What really makes the difference is financial knowledge. Many people spend years studying to land a good job, but they never take the time to learn about money. The result? They work hard, receive their salary, and spend it all without knowing how to make the money grow. Meanwhile, those who understand finance know how to turn every penny into an opportunity for growth. The wealthy invest in knowledge. Before they invest money, They know that a wrong financial decision can be costly, and the best way to avoid this is by continuously learning. And the best part? Today, access to this knowledge is within everyone's reach. You don't need to go to college to study economics to learn about finance. Books, videos, podcasts, and online courses can teach you the fundamental principles that millionaires use to build wealth. But learning about money isn't just about reading theories. It's also about changing your mindset and daily actions. Here are some simple ways to get started. Read books on financial education, classics like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, The Richest Man in Babylon, and Secrets of the Millionaire Mind teach essential concepts about managing money. Follow content on investments and finance. There are countless videos and articles that explain how to invest in a simple and accessible way without needing large sums to start. Avoid decisions based only on emotion. Many people lose money because they make impulsive decisions. They buy something just because it's on sale, invest in something without fully understanding it, or spend everything in a moment of excitement. The key is to analyze before acting. Talk to people who understand money. If you only associate with people who also don't know how to manage their finances, you'll rarely get a new perspective on the subject. Seek to learn from those who have already achieved what you want. Imagine you need to cross a desert. Would you prefer to go alone with no map and no direction, or have an experienced guide by your side? Money works the same way. Those who try to manage their finances without knowledge walk in the dark, making mistakes and wasting opportunities. On the other hand, those who seek to learn are always one step ahead. The big difference between those who live paycheck to paycheck and those who build wealth is not in the salary, but in what each person does with the money they receive. The more you learn, the smarter you become with your financial decisions. And the smarter you are, the greater your financial freedom will be. If there is a secret to building wealth, it can be summarized in 2 words: discipline and patience. Most people want to get rich quickly, but they are not willing to follow a consistent financial plan over time. They want immediate results, but continue spending everything they earn and living paycheck to paycheck. But the truth is, creating wealth doesn't happen overnight. The millionaires we see today didn't get there by chance. They understood that small daily decisions make all the difference in the long run. Now think about your own financial life. Have you ever tried saving money but gave up because it seemed to take too long to see results? Or maybe you started an investment, but when you saw the gains were small at first, you ended up withdrawing everything before the time was right? This happens because most people underestimate the power of time and consistency. Here's a simple example. Imagine you save $500 a month and invest that money in something that earns about 10% a year. In the first year, it might seem like little, but over 10, 20, or 30 years, this amount grows impressively. Now think about what would happen if, instead of investing, you spent that $500 every month on things that don't add value to your life. What would you have at the end? Nothing. The difference between those who succeed financially and those who live paycheck to paycheck isn't in how much money they make, but in how each person uses what they earn. The financially intelligent follow some fundamental rules. Avoid bad debt. Installments, high interest, and impulse purchases are traps that destroy your financial future. The rich don't spend money they don't have yet. Have a clear financial plan. Know exactly how much you earn, how much you spend, and how much you need to invest to reach your goals. Think about the future, not just the present. Those with long-term vision understand that giving up immediate pleasure can lead to a much more comfortable life in the future. Most people who face financial difficulties didn't end up in that situation due to a single mistake, but rather through small wrong decisions repeated over the years. Similarly, those who build wealth do so with small right choices day after day. If you want to change your financial life, you need to adopt this mindset. Stop looking for shortcuts and magic formulas. Instead, develop the discipline to save, invest, and make smart financial decisions every day. Money is like a seed. If you plant it today, care for it, and wait for the right time, you will reap the fruits in the future. But if you keep spending everything without thinking about tomorrow, you'll never see your tree grow. The choice is in your hands. One of the main reasons many people can't achieve their financial goals is that they don't know exactly what they want. Having a clear and well-defined goal is the key to effective action. When you know where you want to go, the path becomes much clearer. Setting financial goals doesn't just mean dreaming about something far off, like, I want to be rich, but rather having specific achievable goals. For example, I want to save $10,000 for an emergency fund in a year, or I want to invest in a property in the next 5 years. Goals like these are tangible and measurable, making planning easier. These goals should be broken down into smaller steps so you can track progress over time. The most important thing is to have a clear deadline to achieve them, which creates a sense of urgency and focus. Remember, financial goals reflect your discipline, and having a clear plan is what separates those who achieve from those who only dream. What you don't track, you don't control. This phrase is key when it comes to personal finance. Many people create budgets and set goals, but after a while, they simply forget to review what's been done and how they're progressing. Conducting a monthly review of your financial situation allows you to stay in control. Evaluating whether you're spending as planned, reviewing if investments are generating the expected returns, and checking if goals are being met are crucial steps. This helps adjust the course, if necessary, and refines the strategy for the following months. A periodic review also allows you to recognize your victories and celebrate progress, no matter how small. Celebrating small victories is a great motivator to keep moving forward. Life is unpredictable, and the unexpected happens all the time. An accident, health issue, or even a job loss can arise, and without an emergency fund, you could be caught off guard and end up in debt. Building an emergency fund is one of the most important ways to ensure financial security. Experts recommend having at least 3 to 6 months of basic expenses saved. This amount may seem high at first, but it ensures you have peace of mind during times of crisis without resorting to loans or credit cards with high interest rates. The emergency fund should be stored in an easily accessible place with low risk of loss, such as a savings account or a fixed income fund. Don't use this money to invest in risky assets like stocks or real estate. It should be exclusively for emergencies. Real estate investment funds, FIIs, are an excellent option for those who want to invest in real estate without directly purchasing properties. They function like a condominium of investors, where everyone's money is used to acquire properties, or shares in properties that generate monthly income, such as rents or property sales. How do they work? When investing in an FII, you buy shares of a fund that in turn buys and manages real estate or projects. The profits generated from renting these properties are distributed among shareholders on a monthly basis, providing passive income. This means that while the fund manages the properties, you receive your share of the profits without having to worry about bureaucracy or property maintenance. Advantages: diversification. By investing in a real estate fund, you are not betting on a single property, but on a portfolio of properties, which reduces risk. Accessibility. Unlike directly purchasing real estate, which requires a large initial amount, you can start investing in FIIs with smaller amounts, often starting at $100 or $200. Passive income. FIIs generate monthly returns, which can be appealing for those seeking a constant source of passive income. Disadvantages: vacancy risk. If the properties in the fund remain vacant, the fund may not generate the expected profits, affecting returns. Slow appreciation. While FIIs offer good returns through rents, the appreciation of the fund itself may be slower than other types of investments, like stocks. Investing in stocks means buying a share of a company, meaning you become a partner in the company, with a right to a portion of the profits, dividends, and participation in the company's growth. Stocks are traded on the stock exchange, and their price can vary constantly based on the company's performance and the market in general. How do they work? Stocks are divided into common shares, ON, and preferred shares, PN. Common shares give voting rights at company meetings, while preferred shares typically offer priority in dividend payments. When a company earns profits, it can distribute dividends to its shareholders, which means you receive a portion of those profits based on the number of shares you own. Advantages. Appreciation. Over time, if the company grows and is well managed, the stock price tends to rise, offering the potential for profit through both appreciation and dividends paid. Liquidity. Stocks are more liquid than real estate or other investments. You can sell your shares at any time on the stock market. Diversification. By buying shares of different companies, you can diversify your investment portfolio and spread the risk. Disadvantages. High risk. The value of stocks can be very volatile and at times drop significantly, especially during periods of economic crisis. Requires knowledge. Investing in stocks requires more study and monitoring. It's not enough to buy and wait. The investor needs to follow the company's results, the market, and understand economic changes. Both types of investments, real estate funds and stocks, are effective ways to generate passive income and enhance the growth of your wealth. The choice between one or the other depends on your investor profile. If you're looking for more stable and predictable income, real estate funds might be a better option. If you're willing to take on more risk in pursuit of higher returns and want to be a partner in large companies, investing in stocks may be more suitable. The key is to understand your risk profile and financial goals. Once you have this clear, you can make more assertive decisions and make your investments work for you. Now that you understand the importance of changing your mindset about money, controlling cash flow, investing in assets, creating multiple income sources, and continuously learning about the financial world, it's time to put all of this into practice. However, the biggest step is often deciding to commit to your financial journey. Creating wealth is not something that happens overnight. It requires patience, discipline, and the willingness to learn from mistakes and make adjustments along the way. Don't let the lack of knowledge or the anxiety for quick results discourage you. Every small step you take in the right direction is already a significant progress. Remember that every decision you make today in the present has the power to influence your financial future. Investing in knowledge, in assets that bring returns, and being disciplined in your finances will not only improve your financial health, but also give you the freedom to live more peacefully and with fewer worries. So, if you want to turn your salary into a path to financial freedom, start now. Small changes in your behavior and habits can have a big impact over time. The most important thing is to take the first step and then move forward with consistency. If you start now, in a few months, you'll look back and see how far you've come. The secret is not giving up, continuing to invest in yourself and your dreams. You have the tools to change your life. Now that you have all the tools and tips to transform your financial life, don't let this opportunity pass. If you found this content helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more tips that will help you achieve financial freedom, and share it with those you know who also need to hear this advice. Remember, when we share knowledge, we are helping not only ourselves but everyone around us. Together, we can achieve financial success. Let's go for it.